In search of her first love, which she lost in India, she found the love of her life. Finding Mr. Destiny is the story of a female named Jiwoo who is unable to forget the youthful affair that she had with a male named Kim Jong-wook during her visit to India. Even after 10 years has been passed since that time, Jiwoo just couldn't forget her first love. She rejects every eligible suitor arranged by her father. She rejects every marriage proposal because she was still in love with Kim Jong-wook. Her father couldn't stand seeing her daughter refusing to see any guy, so he decided to seek help of an agency that specialized in tracking down the first love. Jiwoo and her father visits the newly opened company named Find Your First True Love by the person named Gi-jun, who is a young single male. He is stubbornly precise by nature and a bit too passionate about work. So in that company, when Gi-jun started to ask questions regarding Kim Jong-wook about his identity or any possible information Jiwoo knows about him. But the problem arises when everyone got to know that Jiwoo only knows his name and she could only predict his age. She was even unable to remember his face because it has been many years. It has been over 10 years since her trip to India. But because Gi-jun was determined to complete his first job in his newly opened company, he was ready to do anything, even if it means he has to track down every Kim Jong-wook in Korea. He was ready to do it. Jiwoo is an untidy and foul-mouthed theatre director who has yet to improve her inability to finish or start anything substantial in both her love life and career. And Gi-jun is a naive guy with an obsessive, compulsive fixation on order, safety and hygiene, manifested in his perfectly pressed clothes and color-coded post-its. But guess what? They stepped into a whirlwind life experience when they got involved with each other. Gi-jun and Jiwoo decide long journey together since there are 1,108 men who have the same name as her ex-boyfriend. To identify the face of Jiwoo's long-lost first love, Kim Jong-wook, the two traveled together all around the country and came face to face with Buddhist monk Kim Jong-wook, overweight farmer Kim Jong-wook, plastic surgeon Kim Jong-wook, to a person with same name living in the jungle. Even though Gi-jun and Jiwoo have opposite personality, yet eventually they grow fond of each other. As Gi-jun and Jiwoo traveled around the country trying to find a first love, Gi-jun finds himself falling for his first client. After the days and months of searching, they experienced no success in their search and they decided to end their contract as their feelings were getting involved with each other. When Jiwoo's father realized that they are failing to find Kim Jong-wook as they planned, he then secretly handed Gi-jun Jiwoo's diary about her trip to India, in which he found the ID card of Kim Jong-wook, which unfolded the truth behind separation between Kim Jong-wook and Jiwoo. It came into light that it was Jiwoo who didn't want to know the ending about her and her first love. That is why she didn't meet Kim Jong-wook again as planned, because she was afraid of getting hurt by the changes she might see after that trip. She was so in love with the memories of her trip that she didn't want to mess it up, and Jiwoo was the one who left him her first love in the hand of fate by saying, "If we means to be together, we will meet again." By the end of their search, Jiwoo and Gi-jun was already in love with each other, but they decided to keep their feelings to themselves. Later, one fine day, the agency receives a single fateful call for an inquiry from a client who wants to look for his long-lost love from India. Yes, you guessed it right. It's none other than Kim Jong-wook himself, who was hoping to find Jiwoo through Gi-jun's agency. But this phone call caused storm in Gi-jun's life as he realized his feeling for Jiwoo could remain unrequited forever because he didn't confess his feeling to Jiwoo. And now, Jiwoo's long-lost love was trying to return in her life. Because honesty is the part of his job, Gi-jun tells Jiwoo about Kim Jong-wook and informs her that her first love, Kim Jong-wook, is looking for her. Gi-jun also asked Jiwoo to meet Kim Jong-wook at the airport because he was leaving the country again. After this, as the time passed, Gi-jun got more and more emotional and finally decided to confess his feelings to Jiwoo before she meets Kim Jong-wook. But as he rushed to the airport to catch Ji-woo before Kim Jong-wook, after reaching the airport, he finds Ji-woo and Kim Jong-wook standing in front of each other. This literally crashes Gi-jun's world, and sadly, he head out of airport with dull face with no hope left. But while heading out of airport, he heard someone yelling his name, and when he turned back, he found out it is Ji-woo who is calling his name and running towards him. She then confessed her feelings towards him, and she said she ended her relationship with Kim Jong-wook with a heavy goodbye. And now she can move ahead in her life, leaving all her memories with Kim Jong-wook behind. Yes, it's a happy ending for Gi-jun and Ji-woo. Just like I told you in the beginning of this video, in the search of her long-lost love from India, she found the real love. In search of Kim Jong-wook, her long-lost love from India, she found her real love, Gi-jun.